This is Soumitra and you are watching my YouTube channel Medico Soumitra. So today we'll have the discussions about the adrenaline and the therapeutic uses of the adrenaline. So just be with me, and those are new on my YouTube channel, please subscribe this channel and don't forget to press the notification bell icon also. So hello guys, welcome to the another videos on my YouTube channel. So as I told that today we'll have the discussions about the adrenaline. Okay, so before that we need to know what is the adrenaline, right? So it is a catecholamine. Okay, so and it is also a hormone which is secreting from the gland called adrenal gland. Adrenal gland. So from the adrenal, so these are the two adrenal gland in our human body. So in that adrenal gland we'll have the adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. So outer layer is the adrenal cortex and inner layer is the adrenal medulla. So from adrenal medulla only the adrenaline is secreting. So that is our kidney and this is our urinary bladder. So that are the introductions of the adrenaline. So today we'll have the discussions also about the pharmacological actions of the adrenaline. Okay, so how if we'll use the adrenaline hormone or adrenaline drug, so how it will be effect on our heart, on our respiratory system, on our GI tract or eye or CNS. So different part, different system, how it is acting. So first we will know how it is acting on our heart. So if we'll use the adrenaline hormone or adrenaline drug, so it will increase our heart rate. So it is doing increasing heart rate, and it is also helpful for the myocardial contractility. Okay, so it is also helpful for the increasing of the myocardial contractility, and also preferable means when we are using the adrenaline drug, like it is also increasing the cardiac output or CO, cardiac output. So if we'll use the adrenaline drug, so we can see the heart rate will be increased, the person's heart rate will be increased, and also we can see the myocardial contractility will be also increased and cardiac output also will be increased. Okay, so whenever the adrenaline drug is using, it is acting certain types of receptor, acting on different receptor like alpha receptor, beta receptor. So under that beta receptor mainly specifically beta 1, beta 2. So okay, so if we discuss like how it is acting only CVS means the heart and blood vessels. So if we use the adrenaline hormone or adrenaline drug, like it is acting like vasoconstrictor. So it is blocking or it is actant on the alpha 1 receptor, and it is helpful for the vasoconstrictions of the blood vessel. Okay, it is also helpful for the vasoconstrictions of the blood vessel. So this is our blood vessel, normal blood flow is going on, but in case of the we are using adrenaline drug, so we can see the vasoconstrictions of the blood vessels or the nerve vessels. And also you will use like so you can see the skeletal muscles blood vessels. So skeletal muscles blood vessels, what it will be like, it will be, so in that beta 2 receptor is present. Okay, so it is helpful for the relaxing at the for relaxations of the or means vasodilatations of the skeletal muscles blood vessels. So in our skin, on our skin or topical region, the blood vessel which is present, so in that we can see the presence of alpha 1 receptor. Okay, so that alpha 1 receptor, whenever we are using the adrenaline drug, we can see the blockage of the alpha 1 receptor, and also it is helpful for the vasoconstriction. But in case of the skeletal muscles blood vessels, if we use the adrenaline drug, so we can see it is directly acted on the B2 receptor which is present in our skeletal muscle blood vessels, and it is also helpful for the vasodilatations means the dilatations of the blood vessels. Okay, so that is about the cardiovascular systems pharmacological actions. And next we'll see the respiratory system, how it is acting on the respiratory system. So if we use the adrenaline drug, So the beta 2 receptor which is present in our lungs, okay, so which is present in our bronchi or lungs, so that after the using of the adrenaline drug we can see the relaxations of the bronchial smooth muscle. So the bronchial smooth muscles will be relaxed, and also you can see the short durations of the action, short durations of the action, okay. And also we can see if we use the adrenaline drug we can see the decreased secretions and mucosal congestion. So suppose the bronchial asthma, so during the bronchial asthma case also we are very deeply preferable the adrenaline drug, so for treating or that for the mucosal edema or the mucosal congestion is there, right? So suppose that is the bronchial, okay. There is the muscles, so in case of the bronchospasm, so it is the constricted, okay, so it is become narrowing. So if we'll use the, we can see that muscles will be relaxed and we can treat the easily bronchial asthma. So if we'll use the pharmacological, if we'll speak about the pharmacological actions of in our respiratory system of adrenaline, so it will what it is doing, like it is relaxing bronchial smooth muscles, it is acting very short durations of the time, and it is also decreasing the secretions and mucosal congestion. So that is about the respiratory system, so it is acting at the respiratory system. And next we'll see how it is acted on the GIT tract, gastrointestinal tract. So you can see the arrow marks, right? So if you see very, like, if you try to concentrate, so you can easily remember all those things by these diagrams, okay. So see, this is the small intestine, okay. So the gut, it is also calling as a gut, okay. So if we'll use the adrenaline drug we can see the relaxation of the smooth muscles of the gut, okay. So the relaxations of the smooth muscles of the gut, so that is how affected on our GI tract or while we are using the adrenaline drug. And next we'll see how it is acting in our urinary bladder, okay. So that is our urinary bladder, and in that we can see the presence of detrusor muscle and the sphincters like internal urethral sphincter and external urethral sphincter. So different sphincters are present in our urinary bladder, okay. And these are the urethral orifices, okay, internal urethral orifice. So if we'll speak about the urinary bladder, how it is acting, if we'll give the adrenaline drug or if we'll use the adrenaline drug, how it is acting in our bladder, urinary bladder. So it is, first of all, it is relaxing the detrusor muscles, and it is also contracts the urinary sphincter. So suppose the contraction occur here, okay, the contraction occur here. So what is happen, what will happen, like the person who has taken the adrenaline drug, okay, so the his urination will be obstructed, right? His urination will be obstructed, okay. His urination will be obstructed. Why? Because the sphincter which is responsible for the voiding of the urine, if it is become constricted or contracts, so what will happen, like the urination will be obstructed. So that is the how, like after using the adrenaline drug it is acted on our urinary bladder. And next we'll see the CNS effect, so how it is doing in our central nervous system effect. So if you'll use the adrenaline drug, it doesn't crosses the blood brain barrier. So suppose, take one example, like if it is crossing the blood brain barrier, so what will happen? So if you'll see, like in case of the high doses of the adrenaline, if you are using the high doses of the adrenaline, it can easily cross the blood brain barrier. So thereby you can see the promotions of the headache, restlessness. So there are different signs and symptoms we can see presence of our on our head, okay, if you use the high doses of the adrenaline. So thereby you can see the adrenaline easily cross the blood brain barrier. So thereby you can see the presence of headache, restlessness, tremoring, okay. So that is how it is acting on our CNS or central nervous system. Next we'll see how it is acting on our eye. So if we'll use the adrenaline, so we can see the poor penetration through the cornea. So it's having the poor penetration through the cornea. Okay, through the cornea. So sometimes it is used as a product in glaucoma. So I have told many times, like glaucoma is a conditions like where we can see the intraocular pressure is more. So because of that intraocular pressure, we can see the condition arise like glaucoma. So for treating the glaucoma, we are using sometimes as a product like adrenaline. Understood? So that is all about the pharmacological actions. Next we'll see like therapeutic uses. So that is very easy. I will tell very easy trick to remember that thing. Like it's having the therapeutic uses, you can remember like A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so every one letter standing for some meaning. So A stands for anaphylactic shock. B stands for bronchial asthma. C stands for cardiac arrest. D stands for durations of the prolonged of the local anesthetics. Okay, and next we see E. E stands for epistaxis controlling. Okay, so we see how it is controlling the anaphylactic. So if we'll use the 0.3 to 0.5 ml of the adrenaline, we can see at the proportions of the 1:1000 solution in as IM. So through IM we have to give at the proportions of the 1:1000, at the proportions of 1:1000, and the dose should be 0.3 to 0.5 ml. Understood? And next we can also see that it is also rapidly reversing the allergic reactions. Understood? So it is rapidly reversing the allergic reactions. And next we'll see the bronchial asthma. Okay, so B stands for bronchial asthma, as I told in priorly only that adrenaline, so it is directly blocking the beta 2 receptor which is present over the lungs or in our bronchi or lungs. Okay, so what it is doing, like after giving the adrenaline, you can see the inhibitions of the release of the inflammatory mediators. So the mediators which are responsible for the inflammations, so these inflammatory mediators are blocked. So what are the mediators? Like histamine, I have told in previous video only. So histamine, leukotrienes, prostaglandins. So these are the different mediators so responsible for the inflammation, and also it is also causing for bronchodilatations. So where it is doing bronchodilatations, as I told in the bronchodilation beta 2 receptor is present over the bronchi, and also it is present over the, where it is present, like skeletal muscles, rare their region. Okay, so at that region the blood vessel is there, right? So there you can see presence of the beta 2 receptor. So for bronchodilatations also it is helping, and also it is vasoconstricting the blood vessels which is present over skin. So it is also vasoconstricting. So because of the causes of the bronchodilatations, vasoconstriction, we can see the decreased secretion. Okay, so broncho is dilated, but vasoconstriction means the vessels are constricted, but the bronchi is dilated. Okay, so because of that we can see the decrease of the secretions, and also we can see the promotions of the mucosal edema, means the relieving from the mucosal edema and the congestion. So because of the bronchial asthma, we can see the symptoms like mucosal edema and the congestions and the like difficulty in breathing or asthmatic conditions. So different conditions are arising. So while we are using the adrenaline, we cannot see like mucosal edema or congestion. We can get relief from the mucosal edema and congestion. Next we'll see what is the meaning of the C. So C for the cardiac arrest. C for the cardiac arrest. So while the cardiac arrested patients admitted into hospitals, so emergency we need to administer like IV, administered IV slowly at the proportions of the 1:10,000, at the proportions of the 1:10,000. The or like 0.1 mg per ml. So you have to administer adrenaline through IV at the proportions of the 1 is to 10,000. Okay, so that is how we are treating the cardiac arrest, by giving the adrenaline. Okay, and next we'll see like D for durations of actions prolonged of the local anesthetic. So if we'll use only adrenaline, it's having the short duration of actions. But if we'll use as a anesthetic, local anesthesia with the help of, with along with lignocaine, so it will having the prolonged durations of the actions. So that time the proportions should be 1 is to 1 lakh. Understood? So in generally, if we'll use the adrenaline, it's having the short durations of action. But if we'll use as a local anesthetic along with lignocaine, so it will having like prolonged duration. So that is also one of the use. So why it is taking so much time for showing its actions, means the action is why it is so prolonged, because it is delaying absorptions of the local anesthetics and also delays the durations of the action. Understood? So that is about the durations of action. And next, E stands for epistaxis control. So epistaxis means the nose of, so bleeding from the nose. Okay, bleeding from nose. So bleeding from nose, while we are using the adrenaline as a local anesthetic to control bleeding, while the tooth is extracted, that time we can use the as a adrenaline as a local anesthetic. So during different surgical procedures like in the nose, throat, larynx, okay, in the nose, larynx, throat, etc. So different so during different surgical procedures like nose, throat, larynx, that time also we can prefer the adrenaline drug. So for showing its vasoconstrictor effect, so while it's showing its vasoconstrictor effect, we can see the bleeding will be restricted, bleeding will be suppressed. Okay, so that is why we are using the adrenaline. So not only we are using like for the anesthetic, for the bronchial asthma treating, we are also using it as a anesthetic drug, local anesthetic drug. So that is all about the topic. Okay, so please remember all those things. It's very easy to remember. Once you see very concentrately, you can remember easily. So that is all about the topic. I think you all have understood. So that is all about the topic. If you do not understood, please, or do not understand, please do questions below to the comment sections. Okay, or please, those are new on my channel, please do subscribe and don't forget to press the notification bell icon also.